Hello guys and welcome back and to this 6-piece video series about upleveling leadership, your leadership and your consciousness. So if you haven't watched the other videos, stop right here and go back because this is some really good juice we have been going over, and we have gone over how to define where you are on the map of consciousness, how to set intentions, how to increase your awareness rapidly, how to transform some of the weeds that are eating up your leadership flower. What else? We dealt with how to recontextualize your life so that you can come from a place of love rather than a place of fear. And today we're talking about how to create a new you and adopting new behaviors. So once you have dealt with all the stuff that is in your subconscious, the beliefs, the patterns, the stuck feelings, the blocked feelings we were talking about, that's when it's time to start creating a new you and adopting new behaviors. Now, here's the thing about this. What you don't want to do is skip all those other steps and don't deal with your past, don't deal with your patterns, don't deal with your beliefs, and just jump in straight into, I'm just going to, positive thinking and I'm going to do my affirmations and all that stuff, because it's just simply not going to work. You're just going to have conflicting beliefs. And let me give you a little bit of a statistics here that I learned recently. You have about 60,000 thoughts a day. If you're calibrating below level 200, the chances are a lot of those thoughts are very negative. Now, you can do 500 affirmations a day. It's still nothing to your 60,000 thoughts. Okay? So you want to start releasing and dealing with all the negative shit that's in your subconscious. So go back to those videos and watch it and start thinking about how you could be doing that before you go to this step. So, but provided you have been really diligently dealing with this is your next step, is you want to start creating a new you and start adopting the new behaviors. And so how you do that? There's different points that you should be addressing. Number one is having radical self-love and self-acceptance. And this actually comes with adopting a new context. So you have to fully accept where you are on the journey home to yourself. This very spiritual concept, but basically you are where you are, and it's absolutely perfect because that's where you're supposed to be. You are on this planet. You are in this lifetime to transform something. If you were perfect, you wouldn't be here. Your soul would be somewhere in heaven and whatnot. Okay? So you're here to transform something. You cannot be perfect, otherwise you wouldn't be here. Okay? So just accept where you are and love yourself and accept yourself and quit that negative talk, because you don't want to be talking, you want to be talking to yourself the way you would be talking to your best friend. You don't, like, you guys, it's like really funny. It's like, if your neighbor was talking to you in the way you talk to yourself sometimes, you probably want to shoot them, but you still do it. So start noticing this and start accepting and loving yourself unconditionally. Okay? The next thing you want to use is what I call the mental rehearsal method. So basically what you want to do is start releasing. It's a little meditation that I use with my clients that I learned back in the day in the Hoffman process, and I put my little twist on it. But basically, the context for that and why I do this is because your brain, when it comes to learning, does not know the difference between what's real and what's imagined when it comes to learning. So if you want to transform really quickly, you want to start rehearsing and imagining yourself into new ways of being so that you can start forming those new neural connections. And that will come from the mental rehearsal. So for example, if you decide you want to be a speaker, or you want to be a coach, or you want to be on stage, you want to be effective with networking, whatever it is, You want to start rehearsing being that way in your imagination, because that's going to make it way easier to actually become that person. You're going to be started forming these neural connections to start actually moving you to that level before you actually taking the action. Doesn't mean you should not be taking action, but it's very effective to be supplementing taking actions with this mental rehearsal. Okay, so that's number 2, mental rehearsal. The last one is affirmations, and most of you actually know this, and I'm willing to bet. There's a 90% chance you don't do your affirmations every day. And so, if you want to succeed, you must impregnate your mind with who you actually are and your potential, and replace your old negative programming with possibility. And you do that with affirmations. And the way you do it is you write down your affirmations on little pieces of cards, and you can use some essential oils too. I've been doing that too. A friend of mine who's an essential oil coach and distributor, she taught me how to do that. It's just the essential oils like increases your vibration. It's very effective in getting something to your subconscious fast, which is really cool. Anyway, but I do it first thing in the morning, right after I wake up. I will read my affirmations. I breathe in that smell. And then I'll do it the last thing before I go to bed, because in the morning and late at night is when our mind is most open to being impregnated with new stuff. And so this goes back to what I said in one of my earlier videos, which is what's in your subconscious is what's going to show up on the outside world. This is the law. This is how it works. So you want to be really start impregnating your subconscious with the good stuff. So start writing down your affirmations, start doing them diligently. And you already know this, you probably have them already written out somewhere, but you're not actually doing it. So start doing it and start really feeling it too as you're doing it. So this is really powerful. I hope this has been helpful. And in the next and last video, I'm going to be talking about what kinds of actions that you can take to elevate and expand your leadership. Alrighty, I will see you.